Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Coast to Coast Lifestyles with myself, Heather Kusiba, with Windermere in the greater Seattle area, and then you have Cassie Webb with Elevate Real Estate over in the Mississippi coast. So, how is it going today?
It is wonderful. Things are heating up in all the ways here with the weather, the market. We're going to the pool today because it's getting hot.
Ooh. Oh man, that's a great time to be in right now.
Exactly. Hey, people complain about the heat, but I'll take the heat over the cold any day. So,
There you go.
well, I'm super excited about today. We are kind of wrapping up our series, which kind of started with going over my renovation project and then your new home construction project.
Yep.
And last week, we kind of wrapped up with what didn't go as expected, some of the kind of trials. And today, we're going to focus on the triumphs of our home. So I'm super excited about that. I even wore a special T-shirt today that because I love home renovation for a lot of different reasons, which I'll kind of share in my triumphs. One thing I did want to just kind of briefly, when we talk about our triumphs, and I think the key takeaway for today is we had different goals. So at the end of the day, if our project was a success, or what triumphs we had were kind of based on did we meet our goals. And I think it's really important. A lot of times people ask me, well, every day, they're like, should I? Should I buy? Should I sell? Should I invest? Should I renovate a house? Should I build a house? Should I buy a foreclosure? Right? And I'm like, well, I have questions. Unless I know them so well, I know their situation backwards and forwards, and I can, but otherwise it's like, where are you at? Where are you going? What are your goals? What's your next steps? How long do you plan to this, that, or the other, right? And because short-term goals are very different than long-term goals. And so I think that's the important thing. So Heather, if you could start us out with like, what was your goal? And did you accomplish it? What was a win? And kind of what was your biggest win of the project when it's all said and done?
Sure, yeah. So our main goal was to have a house that we could call our forever home, something that would be able to stand the test of time with build quality, something we'd be happy in, something that if we decided to start a family, like something we can grow into. And it was kind of like a bonus points if we had any equity upon completion and things like that. And I would say we hit it out of the park. This house is built to last. There are so many things that are overbuilt. This house should outlive us. And the bonus points is we did have, sorry, my dog is just throwing a bone in the background. But the bonus points is we have quite a bit of equity at the end, which is amazing, especially since we built during COVID where material prices were through the roof. The fact that we have equity at the end is amazing. So we hit all of our goals out of the park, which we are so happy about. Our biggest win though, man, I've been trying to think of this one. And honestly, the biggest win is the fact that we have a beautiful house in a beautiful location. Like I cannot think of a better place for us to have found land and built our forever home. There's no one thing that I can think of that is like, this one aspect is our biggest win. I think just finding the perfect property in the perfect area is our biggest win, and just having a beautiful house to call ours. And I can look around and be like, oh yeah, I remember when we did that. Oh yeah, I remember that was an issue and this is how we fixed it. Oh yeah, this over here. And it's just fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's amazing. And it's been, I've really enjoyed if you guys have missed the last few episodes, I've really enjoyed going through. And Heather, your home is like the most custom, right? We've talked about vapor barriers many times. There's so many things that that
Yeah.
are so customized that you ended up basically at the end of the day with exactly the house that you wanted. And bonus
Mhm.
point, like you now if you went out and tried to buy your house, right, you could never
Yep.
buy it for what you have in it.
No,
So
we could totally not afford it if we were to buy it already built, which
yeah,
is a good problem to have.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, so our goals, as you know, and as you know,
Mhm.
guys, if you've been following along, is our goals were very different. So
Mhm.
for us, we at this point weren't looking to be in our dream home, but we
Mhm.
did want a nice place to live. We wanted somewhere that was relatively up to date, at
Mhm.
an affordable price. And our number one goal was to have equity at the end of a
Mhm.
relatively short project. And we also accomplished our goal, definitely.
Mhm.
Um, and so we won't, this is certainly not our forever home, very different goals, but
Mhm.
we will be here long enough that we will have some major tax advantages when we sell, which was also our goal. Hopefully, our next step will be building a custom house. So hopefully we'll be together and we can go through that journey together. But this was when we're looking at our comprehensive real estate plan because we are investors. I mean, obviously, we need a place to live, so why not combine the two, right? And
Mhm.
there's definitely some strategies there that are very useful and can help build a lot of wealth over time, kind of doing a hybrid of those two. So for us, our primary goal is we're working towards having that custom built house. And so this is a big part of the plan is being able to, with the structure of how of the purchase and the renovation and the loan that we have and the equity that we have already day one, not to mention the equity we'll have during the time that we live here, is actually playing a big part towards working to our next step, which is building, hopefully, God willing. So anyway, at the end of the day, though, our goal, like I said, was to have a nice house, an up-to-date house. We still need 4 bedrooms because we still have lots of
Mhm.
kids. So we needed enough space, but not too much space. We wanted a yard, yard. And so we had a very specific certain school districts. We wanted to keep our kids in the same school districts and things like that. So we had very specific
Mhm.
things we were looking for that if we would have went out and bought, a house that was everything we were looking for, it would have been in a completely different price point. Or we could have bought something in a price point of what we have invested in this house. But it wouldn't have been as modern. It would have probably been kind of and we
Mhm.
had that the instant equity. So for us, definitely we have hit our goals. And again, this is working towards our bigger goals, over the next 2 to 5 years as well. So
Oh, fun. I love that we both went through similar but drastically different projects at the same time, and we both just hit our goals out of the park. It's not every day that somebody goes out saying, I have a massive plan. Hopefully it works out. And then they're like, oh no, we didn't just work it out. Like we exceeded our expectations. So I'm really proud of both of us for going through everything we've been through and ending up where we're at. So go
yeah,
us.
and look, if and this is especially true for people, if there's anyone out there trying to downsizing, upgrading, buying your first home, whatever the case may be, right? And particularly if you're looking online and you're like, everything I'm seeing is just not it. Let's talk about it because
Mhm.
it is very possible that building a new home or buying a new construction, maybe that's not as custom as yours was, but there's a million options. Renovation loans with as little as 3.5% down. I mean, well, potentially 0 down, but more than likely 3.5. But I mean, there's so many options out there that you don't have to always just pick from what's on the market. So let's be creative
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
talk to us about what your goals are and see if we can help find a solution so that you can have a triumph as well.
Yay! It'll be so much fun. This is such, like, obviously your bread and butter is renovations, and I just created such a passion with building our own house and have worked with clients that have wanted to build their own homes that it's just fun. And those are some of my favorite clients. So, yeah, I look forward to talking to people about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys know you can always shoot us a DM. We also have a referral
Mhm.
network all over the entire country. So if you're not in our area, still reach out for sure. We'll connect you with an amazing agent that
Mhm.
knows how to help you meet your specific goals. That's
Mhm.
super important. We're not just gonna like pick a random, agent out of the book. So, and I
Yeah.
know Rachel and I both have very strong referral networks. So definitely always reach out. And next week, we are going to be looking at May stats and see how the summer market is going. I'm actually super excited.
Me too.
Myself. Yeah, especially with Heather. We just never know what's going to happen.
Dude, it's been so all over the place. I'm looking forward to seeing May stats because I don't know what to expect.
Yes, so this will be awesome. And then next month we'll kind of be doing like a mid-year check-in. So we're super excited, and we will see you guys next week. Same time, same place.
Awesome.